big one.
Hey, that's a nice one.
Woo! See if he comes out. Up there he goes. He's out here, boys.
Get it.
Nice.
Got him.
Good takedown.
Welcome to Anything Is Possible. If I sent you to watch this video, it's for a good reason. You're probably new to fishing. You probably came up to me in Philadelphia and asked me, how do you catch those huge fish? Here we are, we're out on the banks of the Schuylkill River. We're gonna show you exactly what you need to do to catch catfish in Philadelphia. We're gonna take you to Walmart, we're gonna take you to Amazon, buy the cheapest gear you can get away with, and still have a successful day on the water. Right now we're live, I got the fam here. We're live on Nolan's channel, it's Mission Discover. Make sure you connect over to him. Before we go too far, let me show you the setup that you need to catch these fish. All right, we're gonna go inside of Walmart and show you what gear to buy. Walmart was rocking out to Even Flow, Pearl Jam, so I'm gonna talk over this portion so I don't get demonetized. But this is the combo that I'm gonna set up today. This is a Shakespeare Tiger combo catfish rod, $25. It's ridiculously cheap when you consider that my Mad Cats combo is pushing probably over $300. Yes, it's inferior to the Mad Cats rod, but we're trying to be entry level here. This will get the job done, especially for channels. It's pushing the boundaries for flatheads, but it'll get the job done if you're careful. It's a 7-foot rod. Right there on the rods, if you're new to fishing, is where you find out the info. It says 8 to 15 pound line, tells you the type of rod, the length. I know this rod will take 20 and even 30 pound line because I've had this combo before. And I know it'll cast 2 to 4 pound lead. So it will work for what we need. It'll work on the Schuylkill River. It'll work on ponds, lakes. It'll work in a lot of places. Maybe not a raging river like they got down south, but most places you can get by with this setup. You get 4 of them in here for $3.33. We're going to spool with Trilene Big Game Mono. That's the line we're going to put on. It's 25 pounds. This spool has almost 600 yards, which is plenty. You probably spool it twice. And it cost $8.74. Don't skip this upgrade. The combo is spooled with 12-pound line, even though it can handle and it's rated for 17. 25 is what you want at a minimum. You want a size 5 to 10 barrel swivel. This one here will work size 5. It costs $1.40 and you get a quantity of 12. For hooks, you want to use a circle hook. They did not have the proper size. You want 8/0 would be my recommendation. So we can get them online, $8.44. Here's the item. And I would consider doing the offset variety. I do believe they work a little better. My Walmart did not have the sinker sliders, so got them on Amazon, $6.99 for 12 of them. Rod holders, this type works just fine. $2.49, tested and proved. Depending on your location, you may or may not need this. A landing net. This has a telescopic rod, $19.97. It's got the rubber material. It's good for the fish. I'm going to say it's mandatory for Philadelphia because much of Philadelphia has walls that you're fishing off of. You may even need the type that you can lower down with a long rope, depending on your spot. But for the sake of this video, it's biased towards Philadelphia. I'm going to say you got to spend the 20 bucks and get yourself a landing net. So now I'm going to show you how to rig all this up. For everything that we showed here, the total came to $76.26. And when we add in Uncle Sam's tax, 6% in PA, $80.84. Not too bad. You may not need all this stuff. You probably don't. And you can probably get deals. Like I got the hooks a lot cheaper at a local shop, I ended up finding. But yeah, let's show you how to set this up right now. So the method I use to get the line off the old reel is, I don't know how to explain it. It's this. It's almost like swimming. You can kind of take off almost 3 feet at once. Turn down for what? Now that we got the old line off, we got to put the new line on. We're working with a different reel just so I can show you guys in this video. And I'm actually going carp fishing with this setup and chasing monsters. But that's neither here nor there. To get the line onto the reel, first you got to make sure the bail is open or else you won't be able to reel the line in. Going to put the line around the reel. I just tie an overhand knot, same way you tie your sneakers. One knot all the way down, nice and tight. Another loop all the way down. Try to keep my arm out of the way. Okay, get it like that. And then you want to cut the tag end as close as you can. I like the little cutters for that. If you're old, you got to use the light so you can see what you're doing. Okay. Some people will use the piece of tape that comes with the line to put over that knot. I personally don't like to do that. I feel like it's unnecessary. Flip the bail open. Now you're ready to reel the new line onto the reel. Two methods I use for the line. I can just have a kid hold the other reel, stick a pencil through it. If you don't have anyone with an opposable thumb, you can just put it in a bucket of water like this. You want to keep a little bit of tension on that line. You just use your hand like that. The water helps with the tension as well. You want to make sure you get at least 100 yards on the reel. The reels will give you the capacity that it can hold for the diameter fishing line. You don't want to put too much line on or you can end up in a problem. That's pretty good like that. If you put too much line on, you tend to have these loops falling off your reel. So if you're out fishing and you see these loops keep spinning off, that's a sign that you might have too much line. Could also be line memory though. When line is packaged in the store, you got to remember it's sitting on a reel like this for who knows how long, and it tends to want to go back into that shape. So brand new line can be a little cumbersome to work with until it kind of it's casted out a few times. Rigging is real simple. You're going to need the swivel, this little sliding swivel that holds the weight, the actual weight, and the hook. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to cut a piece of leader, and you can use different things, but we're going to keep it simple. And honestly, this is what I do 90% of the time. I'm going to take 2 feet of the line off. You can go a little extra because you got to tie knots and you can clean it up then. Okay, so there's your leader. Just keep that aside. So first thing you need to do is you got to put the slider on. That's going to be your weight, and the swivel is going to act as that stop. Just going to tie knot here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oops. 1 for safety here. Put it through the loop and then back through the loop you just made. Pull that tight. Don't worry about over tightening them yet. We can kind of tighten everything at one time here. So now we got the swivel, and just for demonstration purposes, I'll put the weight on right now. I don't like to transport my rods with the weight because it'll bang against the rod and tangles up everything. Okay, so now you got the weight. Next thing we need to do is take that leader line that we threw aside, and we're going to tie that onto the swivel.
Again, using that same type of knot. Forget what it's called, I'll post it. It's one I can tie blindfolded without bending over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Through the loop. Back through the loop you just made. I sometimes use my teeth to grab it. Wet the knot before you cinch it. Okay, so now you got the leader coming off of that loop. And just put the rest over there off screen for a second. Take the end of the line. This is where you want to kind of measure it up. Make sure that you have a foot or two a leader. That's just about right. If you go too long, it's hard to cast. And I'm going to take our 8/0 hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Find a little loop down here by the eye. Come back through the loop you just created. Pull that through. Wet the knot. Cinch it down. Okay. So now you can kind of take the line and pull all the knots nice and tight. Make sure they're all nice and tight. They look good. The last step is to come back and just take out each tag end. Okay. Just want a little bit of a tag, not much. Really inspect your knots. Make sure they're on right, okay? You don't want to lose the fish that way. So the way that this will work, you're going to cast this out. That's going to be your lead. And this is especially, this technique's especially good for live bait because your live bait's going to be here. It's going to have the freedom to swim a little bit. It's also going to be able to pull out a little bit, you know. So what'll happen is the fish will hit this, it'll pull. You'll see your rod go down. It'll take the hook in its mouth, and as the rod bends down, this hook with the pressure will slide. It's made to slide right to the corner of the catfish's mouth. So you do not want to set the hook on these guys. And don't go pro bass fisherman on it. Just keep the tension tight, reel down on it, and the fight's on. Let's get to fishing.
All right, guys. Showed you what you need to buy, how to set it up. There we are. We're on the river, rigged up, and ready to fish. If you're fishing channels, you're going to use cut bait, chicken liver, Slim Jim, hot dogs, cut up bluegill, things like that. They typically don't eat live bait. If you're targeting flatheads like we're doing here, you want live bait. Check out our playlist and other videos. We have tons of stuff out there already on how to catch those and how to keep them alive and transport them and all that good stuff. If you got any questions, just comment on the video. But let's show you a compilation of the takedowns that we've had this summer. And we've probably fished maybe one night a week down in the city. And we didn't count the catches, but guys, try it. It's a blast. If you live in the city and you want to get into fishing, let's go. This is where the action's at. Catfishing in Philadelphia. Grab a rod, hit the bank. It's going to be a good time.
Down.
The lick, because you know what? I'm gonna, ooh, there we go. Let me get down there. Holy crap. we go. You're gonna have to come under this and drag them up this way. Don't bring them in too far. You know what I mean? Yep, go ahead. Fine, go up high. Go up high. There you go. Force them over that way if you can. All right, try to fight them from right there. You think we can land them there? Yep, go further. Over that line.